Namaste, Muhammad Idlan, betul. Jimakan Haikal Izreen. So last week, we had been given a task to give information about the most famous city in France, that is Paris. So let's go.
So we are going to start with the background. Paris, or French pronunciation is Paris, is the capital and most populous city of France. Since the 17th century, Paris has been one of Europe's major centers of finance, diplomacy, commerce, fashion, science, and arts. The city of Paris is the center and seat of government of the Île-de-France or Paris region. The Paris region had a GDP of 709 billion European dollars or 808 billion of US dollars in 2017. Paris was the second most expensive city in the world after Singapore and ahead of Zurich, Hong Kong, Oslo and Geneva. Another source ranked Paris as most expensive on a par with Singapore and Hong Kong in 2018. Next, we move on to top tourist spots in Paris. So the first spot is none other than Eiffel Tower. Visiting the iconic symbol of Paris usually ranks as the #1 thing to do for most tourists. Towering more than 1,000 feet or 300 meters high in the Champ de Mars Park, this iron structure was constructed for the 1889 World Exposition. One of the world's most photographed tourist attractions, the Eiffel Tower presents an excellent photography opportunity for both day and night times. Visitors can ride the elevator to see incredible views of the city or dine in one of the 2 fine restaurants that are situated within the tower.
The next spot is Louvre. Topping the list of the world's most visited museum, the Louvre Museum is located in the Louvre Palace, with its signature glass pyramid marking its entrance. Housing a collection of more than 1 million objects, the Louvre boasts some of the world's most famous art works such as Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, Michelangelo Dying Slave, and Greek statue Venus of Milo. Other popular exhibits include the extravagant apartment of Napoleon III, the ancient court of Hammurabi, Egyptian antique and painting by masters like Rembrandt and Robert.
Next, we move on to Arc de Triomphe. One of the most popular tourist attractions in Paris, the Arc de Triomphe was constructed in 1806 to memorialize the triumphal battles of Napoleon Bonaparte. Standing 164 feet high and 148 feet, 50 by 45 meters wide, the arch features intricate reliefs depicting victorious battles and engraved names of many who died fighting for the emperor. Beneath the arch is the tomb of the unknown soldier from the First World War.
So now we move on to famous foods and desserts. Number 1, a plate of oysters. Despite being far from the sea, oyster, or in a French pronunciation is huître, is a popular food in Paris. Parisians love to eat oysters, especially if they are washed down with a glass of good white wine. Drop of lemon on it and eat it right from its shell. Also, oysters are in season during any month that has an R in it, September until April. But you start having the best oyster from October, which is you can find the best oyster in Paris in Huître Regis in Paris 6. and they are available for take out or to eat on the spot in their little dining room. But there are so many places where you can eat good oysters that we could write a full article of oysters.
So next we go to tarte tatin. One of the most iconic and yummiest desserts to eat in Paris is tarte tatin, a more-ish mix of apples caramelized in butter before the tart is baked. It was originally created by accident by two sisters at Hotel 13 south of Paris in 1880s. An upside-down cooking disaster turned delicacy.
So now we move on to festivals celebrated in the city.
So next celebration is Bastille Day or Fête Nationale. Viva la France! Every year on 14th of July, the whole of France celebrates the storming of Bastille in the only appropriate way, a massive party. Since the Bastille itself is located in Paris, festivities are something to behold. They start the night before in the Ile Saint-Louis with fascinating dances. Visitors can also attend Les Bals des Pompiers or Firemen's Balls for free. They can and they should. They take place inside every Parisian fire station at the night of July 13th and 14th with DJ, bands, and inexpensive alcohol. They are universally considered the best thing about Parisian Bastille Day. As for the place de la Bastille itself, fittingly, there is dancing where there was once bloodshed, with a concert, but be careful as a young kid sometimes throw fireworks into the crowd. The day itself begins with a military parade down the Champs-Élysées and ends with fireworks in the evening.
So the next celebration is Marathon de Paris. Most people prefer just to watch and cheer as the runners wheel themselves around one of the world's most featured marathons every April. If you are feeling brave enough to become one of the 35,000 runners, then make sure to apply well in advance. Hardly the most relaxing of Parisian event, but the city is still full of a great atmosphere all weekend.
Go to the next celebration. Banlieue Bleu. The French love their jazz, and this annual 5-week festival of French and international jazz, blues, R&B, soul, funk, and flamenco, and world music leaves you in no doubt of that. This Paris festival takes place from March to April at various venues in Saint-Denis. So yeah, technically just outside Paris. The festival has been going for nearly 30 years and has always maintained the high standards of programming.
Next, we move on to interesting facts about the city. The famous Bloody Mary cocktail originated in Paris at the Ritz Hotel by who other than famed novelist Ernest Hemingway himself. Legend says that the popular drink was the result of Hemingway's request for a drink that didn't smell like alcohol, so he was given vodka mixed with tomato juice.
So the next fact is, Paris is undeniably a beautiful city, but it also has darkness beneath its walls. A full city of darkness commonly known as the Paris Underground City. This city is called the Catacombs. Even though today the Catacombs are one of the places to visit in Paris to learn more about the city's history, it's still a dark place that holds over 6 million remains of Parisians. Pro tip, it might be a dark city, but it's also a must visit. So so make sure that you don't miss visiting it. And to avoid spending hours in the queue, buy yourself a skip the line entry ticket. But if you want to get a deeper understanding of the catacombs, their history, and get access to a section closed off to the public, book yourself this tour with knowledgeable and professional tour guides.
So there you have it, guys. I believe that our presentations ends here.
Merci from us, Muhammad Idlan bin Mustafa.
And Haikal Izreen by Muhammad Asri.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
watching.